Passion.
Passion, yes.
Hospitality, maybe.
Satisfaction.
Fire in the eyes.
Fire in the eyes, that's passion.
Passion.
Sorry?
Encouragement.
Encouragement. Quality of service. You're all missing something very basic. Love. Energy. Hospitality.
Confidence.
Confidence.
Dedication.
Very much so. Very much so. But you're all talking about something about yourself. You're all so busy thinking about your passion and your all the other things. But what's the one thing you've forgotten?
Representing our culture.
No, what?
Tourism.
Uniqueness of the culture.
What am I doing?
Hospitality.
That's the one thing I want to see.
Smile!
Smile!
Smile! Oh. It's like, oh my god.
Alright, I'll take your questions. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, my god. Smiling is a basic thing.
And as people are not getting just very easy to perform. As you are a journalist, what is the challenge of media in tourism? The role of the media in tourism?
Well, I think excellent question. I think you've got two types of journalism. You have paid journalism and you have standard journalism. So you will have lots of places that will pay you to visit somewhere and say something nice. I'm not allowed to do any of that. CNN will not let us do any of that. So you have to be careful with journalism and tourism. You'll often see in Western newspapers or on Western websites, you will see a review of a hotel or a review of a resort, and the last line of the article will be, Mr. Smith travelled as a guest of British Airways and stayed as a guest of Four Seasons Resort. In other words, it was a free trip.
I had the idea some time ago that why we don't have like some kind of specific media for developing the tourism or
no money in it.
culture or
No money in it.
No money.
The money's on the other side, not in the industry. The money's on actually dealing with the public. So you have what's known as the fan trip, which is the familiarisation trip that journalists will be brought up. You've got VFF, visiting friends and family. You've got business travel. You've got leisure travel. You've got returning. Okay, next question. Yes, sir.
Can someone show me the microphone, please, because it's really urgent.
Okay, microphones. Let's come in. Yeah, that's amazing.
And all of you at the back here, one day you'll be good enough to sit at the front.
Yeah.
So, actually,
Hello.
nice to meet you at first. So, let me introduce myself. I'm Wood, just an 18-year-old teenage girl who wants to ask a question of you.
Let me ask a question to you first. Imagine I have a ticket in my pocket, anywhere in the world that you want to go. Where would it be?
LA.
Fine, LA. Go ahead. Now your question.
My question is, just a second.
Okay, it's fine.
If it's the first time you are here, can you share your impressions about your country, our city so much, and our people too?
Sure, I'll be happy to. It's my first time here. I've always wanted to come here. I've done a couple of other neighbouring countries. My impression is that the friendliness here is extremely high. I think sometimes it's hidden in a rather dour way. It's more modern than I expected. Samarkand is simply beautiful in terms of its treasure buildings. I think that it's much bigger than I expected, very spread out, as we would say. But I think as a tourism prospect, it's got huge potential. Huge, huge potential. It will have to be nurtured slowly. I think the biggest risk, and you know, I work for CNN, so I don't have to worry about saying the right thing. I think the biggest risk is over-expansion of tourism just to get the numbers in. So get the Chinese in, build a few casinos, make a couple of resorts, don't worry about the environmental impact, but you'll get a couple of million Chinese in. They won't spend any money, by the way, in the local economy. They will have their own restaurants, set up by their own people, and stay in their own hotels, and use their own bus companies, and the local economy will not really benefit to the necessary extent. So that's the danger, over-tourism, or not over-tourism, over-expansion. All right?
That's a great answer, actually. Thank you for your
Answer.
We are really glad to see you.
Oh, that's kind of
We are really great.
Most people can't wait till I leave. Any other questions? So.
Do you like your job?
Yeah, that's nice. Do you like your job? Wow, he's enjoying. Stop. Lots of pain.
Depends on the day.
Uh,
There are moments in my day that I absolutely adore. So immediately before I go on air to present Westmead's business every night, I sit there and think, I'm so lucky. This is going to be so. I'm about to now speak to the world of it. And sometimes, if I then got to travel that night, I think, you know, I will have presented a television program on the biggest international news network. I'm then going to go to the airport and fly business or first to some distant part of the world. It doesn't get much better than that.
And I got one case, for example, Egypt, they work in one of the days and they go, they work, and this is a daily routine, and it's so boring.
No. It's not where you work, it's what you do.
So if you do one thing again, in one day,
If you like it, it's
No, every day is different. Every day is a blank canvas. Look, if you are putting, if you've ever seen the I Love Lucy, old movie, if you're putting chocolates in a chocolate box in a factory, I agree. It can be boring. But if your job every day is to meet new people, to cover new stories, I mean, God help us, and I hate the fact it happened, but just look at the global events in the last 18 months. The war in Ukraine, in the last week, 10 days, the war in Europe, the war in the Middle East. You've got the Belt and Road Initiative Forum in China this week. So no, it doesn't get boring. You keep fresh. Does it get? Can it get